All right. Hi, I'm Jameson. This is, I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be a portfolio overview of the stuff I did this year at a technical center near where I live in Burlington, Vermont. This was the portfolio I presented as my final project. Whew, there's going to be a lot of editing. Oh boy. Also, my chair is broken. I started recording this, and literally as I was starting to record, I noticed that my chair is just completely broken. The back of it is half hanging off on one side, which is kind of disappointing. And I hope I'm talking close enough to the microphone because I really don't want to have to re-record this. I'm actually going to a family gathering thing in like 2 hours, and the reason I'm making this is because I'm like stressed out about work I'm doing. I have a chemistry final project to do. It's like a big lab thing, and I'm not excited about it. So anyway, yeah, okay, so this is my portfolio. This first one here is a drawing of a snake, obviously, that I did the very beginning of the year. This is the first thing I did in class. The way they explained, this was for our visual journals, which basically was this project that we did for the first semester where we tried to fill every page, and we had to submit the first 25 pages for our first quarter final project. I guess final project? It's not really a final project, but whatever. And that was our, I guess, midterm, was the first 50 drawings. So that idea was really interesting to me, and I had never really done sketchbook work that I thought would be like presentable. So this was really different, and like I was kind of excited about it. So I spent a lot of time on this first one. This took me like a week, which is ridiculous, because I went through a bunch of different design ideas and I didn't want to mess anything up, so I spent way too much time on it and realized with the next ones that I was going to have to spend way less time on them, but I ended up liking this one anyway, and it also isn't that great, so we'll see how I improve over the year, I guess. This next one, okay, so this was way later in the year, and I wanted to mess around with the principles of design a little bit. I took AP Studio Art. Don't know how well I did. The scores haven't come back yet, but don't feel like I did that great. Anyway, though, I don't know. This design we had to do a variety of masking techniques, and I didn't want to put much effort into it, so I did these really basic shape designs and ended up liking it a lot, even though it looks kind of abstract. I don't think anyone's gonna like it, but that's fine. Anyway, okay, on to the next one. This was really fun. Okay, so this was, actually I'm gonna check to make sure that I'm still recording, because I'm terrified that I'll have to re-record this. Nope, and I've been recording for 5 minutes, which is far too long, so I'll try and speed it up. This is the book cover design project. We did this in Adobe Illustrator, which I definitely had a lot of fun using this year. I think this is the first full project that we did in Illustrator, though, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. I went through a ton of ideas, ended up putting this together in one day before the project was due, which is why all the designs are fairly similar, but we were supposed to take a work of art or album or book or a movie or something like that and redesign it as 3 different book covers, and so I chose FK Twigs album LP1 because I was in a big FK Twigs and Grimes and like, yeah, art poppy kind of listening binge time, so put this together and I really like it. And I messed around with like transparency stuff in the first one on the left. I don't know, it's fun. Anyway. Okay, so this was, oh, I forgot to tell you, this one back here was for my AP breadth. That's why I started talking about AP and then just like rambled off into nothing. Yeah, okay. This was also for my AP breadth though. I did it in one night from like, I probably started at like 10 o'clock and finished at like 2 in the morning. But I just recently watched the Blair Witch Project for the first time, and I really liked it. Actually, I've only watched it once, so... but I guess it was the only time. Whatever. This isn't anything. But I really liked the idea of the witch kind of thing in it, and so I wanted to draw like an old style, like nature witch. And I did that with lots of hair, and it was a whole lot of fun. That hand is wonky as hell, but it's alright. Also, this perspective is weird, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. I think this is the longest I've spent on a pencil artwork. Also on a piece of artwork that I didn't use reference for. So that's wild. I did kind of use reference with my hand. I like took a picture of my hand from a really weird angle, but apparently it didn't help because that is wonky. Anyway, this was fun. Okay, so this was also for the masking project thing that like this one was for. So I wanted to experiment with spray paint, and I also had this really cool design that took me forever to make in class of David Bowie that I did from this picture that I really liked, but I tried to incorporate some like nice little designy little aspects in the hair with the little stars and stuff. And yeah, I just bought some spray paint from an art store and wanted to use it, so I did, and this is what happened. And I kind of messed up the top half. I went a little heavy on spray paint. It leaked a little bit, but you know what, whatever, it looks good. And also that stencil took me forever to do. I was cutting it with an X-Acto knife and it was really tiring, and my hand hurt so much after I was also, I got my nails painted a couple days ago, and it looks really good. Just saying. That's great. Okay, this was for AP as well. This was for my AP concentration. My concentration was a mess. I'm gonna start off with that, but I kind of like this one, even though it's really simple, and I realized that when I saw it on a bigger screen. I drew this on my iPad using Procreate, which is like the best art tool that I have, and I highly recommend it. I'm rambling again though. Anyway, I like this. So I guess that's it. Yeah, no, my concentration kind of messed with fashion, I guess, which is the topic that I find kind of interesting, and color as well, and making things look kind of stylized, I guess, which sounds really boring, and it was, and I don't like my concentration, but I like this piece, so moving on. God, let's not. Okay. This is for a Photoshop project, and we had to take images and put them together, and this actually did take me a very long time, even though it looks like a pile of garbage. And I don't know, the aesthetic is, it's something, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's fine. That ermine took me a really long time to get like the shadows and stuff working right, and like recoloring it so that it fit the like yellowness of the painting. Anyway, my voice is a mess today, by the way. I think I'm getting sick. It's so raspy, but that's fine. This piece, okay. So this was one of my 3 pieces that I was gonna submit to the California Summer School of the Arts. California State Summer School of the Arts? Yeah, the Cal Arts summer program. But it turned out that I couldn't go to that because I had plans that were overlapping. They're really exciting plans, but that kind of was upsetting. But anyway, still made this piece, and I like it. And it was meant to be an exemplification of like where my style is going, and so I took a lot of the like textures that I was experimenting with at the time, like the thick lines that had like an interesting quality to them, I guess. There's like kind of wonky line shape, but the uniform line width, or more or less uniform, I guess. It kind of goes around, yeah, whatever. And also like the little worm things. Oh, worm? God, okay. But yeah, those. And this piece took me a really long time to finish. Also, there's like a tiny little paintbrush stroke that I never got rid of right near the head. So no one noticed that though, so it's fine. I got rid of it when I was gonna submit it, but I didn't submit it, and whatever. Also, I added a noise filter over it, which was kind of cool. I don't know, I like that. This was also done in Procreate, by the way, which, yeah, more recommendations for that. Okay, this was the t-shirt, or I guess it wasn't a t-shirt project, it was the Etsy project. We were supposed to make, put together, did I start recording in OBS? I'm gonna fucking die. Oh my god, I didn't start recording in OBS. Oh, you know what, actually that's fine, I can do that later. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna start recording now so I don't have to worry about that. Hey, what's up? God damn it, I'm such an idiot. Okay. This is gonna be a lot of editing. It's gonna be a mess. Anyway, okay, well, this was for... I'm so sad. This was for the Etsy project I was just talking about. We're bringing this back. Okay, this is for the Etsy project. We were supposed to make a product that we could sell. We didn't end up actually like putting it on Etsy. We were just supposed to do a mock-up of what it would actually look like. I did like a design. I designed a page, like what an Etsy page would look like, with these crappy kind of design t-shirt. Wait a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I just like doodled with a Sharpie all over these t-shirts, and then I colored it in with some watered down acrylic paint, and it was really fun, and taking the pictures was fun. I also have some other pictures that I guess I'll put in here. Probably won't, because I don't have a lot of time to edit this. Maybe I'll edit it later, who knows. Yeah, I took some pictures of it with a hedgehog with my friend, and those came out great, and it was a really good time. And I kind of like how these look. I could have brought up the blacks a little more looking at this on a black background, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. This, okay, I'm gonna put in a speed paint for this when I edit it, hopefully. This was also an AP Breath piece. I wanted to try and do a more stylized approach to realism, I guess, which makes no sense because those are opposite things, but I did this on my iPad, again, with Procreate, which I think this was like one of the first big projects I did on Procreate, and I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I wanted to do a more stylized approach to reference painting, which is something that I'd never taken on before this, and I think it turned out really well. It was really successful in what I was trying to do, even though that tail is wonky as hell. So is the foot, but don't pay attention to that, pay attention to the face. It's in the focal point. Yeah, I think this turned out really well. I like the little designs I did around the face. There's like little lightning bolts if you look close, and some tiny little textures that I like that I've done before, so that was cool. This is the last piece in the slideshow, I think. I forgot about a zine. I'm going to go through that in a second. But this was the last piece I think I did this year. It's a digital watercolor of some trees at a park. We went downtown and did some sketching of the area. I actually did a couple other ones that I thought I was going to use in the final, but this like tiny little sketch that I did in like 10 minutes with like the little bit of time we had left was what I ended up using, and I'm kind of proud of that because I didn't think, like, it started out as just like doodling on a piece of paper while we had extra time, and it actually turned out into something pretty cool. And I ended up using this for my school's poetry magazine as the cover, so that's pretty cool, and I really like how this turned out. And this was done in Photoshop on the Macs that they have at the school. Okay, so I have one more thing. That is in here. So this was a zine project I did. It was actually for an independent project. We had these little projects we could do in 2 weeks where we could basically pick any topic we wanted and try and explore that and try and get better at it. So I wanted to make a zine, and so I did, and this is the product of that. You can buy it on I don't remember. I think Ticktail. Did I start putting stuff up there? I don't know. Anyway, you can buy it for like $1 somewhere. No one has, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, so this is called Undone. It's a sketch zine. It's a compilation of a bunch of stuff that I planned to finish originally, but ended up abandoning. So yeah, like the cover is part of my CISA animation, the opening scene to that I didn't end up using or finishing because I wasn't gonna apply, like I said earlier. So this goes all the way back to like 2014. This is like goes through all of my art that I've done, which is kind of cool. Just on this front page, there's like some doodles from math class in like freshman year. There's sketches for a webcomic I want to make called Bit Crush in the bottom right there. The middle is from a short story that I wanted to make, but ended up not coming together. And the top is also from Bit Crush Designs. And I had like what's the thanks my friends, I guess. So this is a little poem I made for the project that's in the middle here. You can pause and try and read it. I guess you won't be able to though, because I warped it so that my bad poetry is not available to the world. And I'm gonna try not to go through this. I'll just like flip through it, I guess. This is just some design work that I felt like doing. This zine I did in Adobe Illustrator, which is a dumb place to do zines that involve lots of photos, and I figured that out. It's definitely along the way, but it was kind of fun though, using the shape stuff that you could do in Illustrator to get some interesting design ideas, which I thought were pretty cool, including this one, which is, you can see the default Illustrator pattern that I used as an overlay, which actually ended up looking kind of cool. Yeah, some more sketches. Here's, hey, it's that breath piece from earlier, but with a weird overlay from a book that I made and didn't finish. Yeah. Some sketches from when I was camping. Here's just random sketchbook stuff. Bottom left, this way. This is also random sketchbook stuff from a couple years ago, which is surprising. I didn't draw much that, like, this is pretty good. Kind of upset that I could draw this all 2 years ago. Just the top 2 are from 2 years ago. The bottom 3 are from recently. I did use reference for the top 2, so I feel a little bit better. And hey, it's back. That's it. Okay. That is everything. So thank y'all for watching. This background is really good. It's by Tom Herpick. Tom Herpick. Works on Adventure Time. He's a really good artist. I like him a lot. Yeah. If anyone's still here, I'm going to be very surprised. Thank you for watching. I want to do more videos like this, but we'll see. And I don't know if this is even going to be actually released. I don't know if I have time to do it. This is also by Tom Herpick, by the way. I really like his work. yeah, I'll also do more Moving Bim animatics, I think, and I also want to do some animatics for a couple other podcasts that I like. But I want to do a ton of stuff, and I really don't have that much time to do it. I'm actually going to the Maryland Institute College of the Arts summer program in a little bit. I'm a junior, going to be a senior in a couple days. So yeah, if you're going to that, hit me up on Instagram, I guess. DM me, I don't know. Okay, this video's gone on far too long. I'm gonna leave. Thanks for watching.